Fine.
I guess I called this meeting to order at 7:32 on August 7th.
Go in. Thank you.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna do a roll call. So I am here. Joe,
Definitely here.
Harper,
Here.
Audrey,
Here.
Steve,
Here.
Amanda, here. I forgot to put May, but May.
That's okay. I'm here.
Review the previous meeting minutes and vote to confirm.
It does not want to open because of the connection, but we had the last meeting, I believe, at May 7th, 7:30-ish to 8:30. I'm trying. If you want to move on, I will get it eventually.
Okay, I motion to approve the minutes.
All second.
Public input.
Is that what I do that during public input?
I mean, should that be during public input or should that be during recruitment?
I think it's nice that if it's not an official role, you could be as involved as you want to be. And that, having the kids still having more of those official roles so they take responsibility and own it, which is helpful. But then as much as families want to be involved, it's always nice for every activity and event. I think having family engagement with that too is super community building. So I think as much as you want to be here involved, that's awesome.
My mom, for the record, has so many ideas. Just saying. She was telling me in the car we were on our way to Hefe's or the bank or something, and she was like, "Yeah, I got so many ideas. I have them all written down. Trying not to do the ADHD thing where I just bleh all over your meeting." And I'm like,
That's awesome. So how would you guys like to receive ideas? Because I think that's awesome. We want opportunity to have people come with ideas. Do you want that to come at public comment? Do you want them to come directly to you and then you guys bring them up at the meetings and advocate for them? How do you guys want to do that?
I was thinking, since technically the parent liaison is like a part of the board, I feel like while we're having the discussion of the topic, like what Amanda was saying, trying to chime in there, I feel like the public input is more for somebody comes in it was, I forget who, but they came in, gave us public input. That's where that goes in.
Well, and I think to Amanda's point, she was just saying that the shift has been to move away so that you guys are taking that lead. And so have the parent involved, but to not have that liaison role so that you guys are really leading your meetings and funneling those ideas. But you should be like a good board is receiving those ideas and
Yes.
implementing them, right? Or at least bringing them before all of you so you guys can decide. And so, you know, like the town board, how it would operate is that we're in the community, and if we have someone who has amazing ideas, we either ask them to come present at a meeting so that the whole board can hear how amazing their ideas are, and then you can discuss it, or you yourself bring those ideas to that meeting and then talk about them. But I would just suggest that taking one of those two courses with her ideas would be really incredible because we need all the good ideas.
Yes. Agreed.
Maybe consider that.
I mean, if you want to be on there, but
I think that
it's not
would be it.
registering.
Whatever topic we were on.
When we were on next
Well, as there is currently a hole in chair, we should figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you guys bring your speeches and
Yes.
do you want to share those?
I need a speech.
I mean, yeah, I have bullet points because I just did this for Scouts. Who is all interested in running for chair?
Yeah, who's interested in running for chair?
All right. Would you like to go first?
Audrey, are you interested in running for chair?
I actually wanted to talk to you guys. I don't think I'm going to apply.
Okay. To be on at all? Okay.
I might come to some meetings still.
Public input.
Oh, we're sad to hear that. Is
If there's opportunity to talk about things that would make it more exciting for you to stay on today, I want to have that conversation for sure. Like that's an important thing for today.
Go first.
However,
Go first.
I didn't
Stand up.
That
works.
well, tacos, hoodie, which is really comfortable. Well, I guess I would start this off with like I wanted to be chair because I feel like I could bring more potential to the group. Like I wanted to be able to actually divvy up the work and to lead you guys to success instead of just like not do that, which was kind of happened last time. No, I'm not saying anything. But I wanted to bring more teamwork into it, so it's just an all group effort instead of just one person doing all of the work. And I wanted to make sure that we all had fun in all of this, and that we were all able to put in our input with no judgment and change things that maybe we liked at first but then didn't like, and then have it go our way instead of just one way. So I guess that's what I'm going to say up on the spot.
Awesome. So, being that I just did this for Scouts, this is all in my head. So, hi guys, I'm Joe. You know me, right? So, why I think I would be a good spot for chair is I've held many other positions of responsibility within all the different things that I have done. For example, Scouts. I'm the SPL of our troop currently, which is the head honcho Scout dude. So I run the meetings, I run the outings, etc., etc. If you haven't, Scouts is ages 11 to 18. So I got to wrangle all those kids, funnel all those ideas into one food idea. So that's a mess to do, but it all comes out into an organized plan that works out great. I've also been ASPL, which is the dude under that, and then PL, which is patrol leader, which is the there's subsections of the troop, which is patrols, and those help plan the meetings. And then also I got to wrangle those kids as well. I'm in student council, so that has a bunch of different responsibilities in it. and whatnot, so I've had a few leadership opportunities in that as well. I get my stuff done on time, as that is really important to me, because it looks really, really bad when you turn stuff in not on time. Mainly Scouts has helped me with that, but I like to get my stuff done on time. I communicate well, get my problems solved with all the different people I do, and yeah, that's why I think I would be a good chair.
Okay. Perfect. And Harper, you're not applying for chair? Are you still staying on?
As of now, yes.
Okay. Okay.
They vote, or how does that work?
They do vote.
So I'm guessing we're out of the equation. It's not like Scouts where you get the vote.
Yeah,
for
you don't get to
yourself.
vote for yourself. So if you guys would like to step out, we can vote.
Yes. As long as we both
You guys can talk it out too. What do you think?
I think both of them are really good options. I think Cloud is very good because she has ran meetings before here, like when Zoe's absent, because she's been co-chair. But Joe has a really good resume. Things. I just haven't really seen Joe lead us before. So I don't know if it would be different than Boy Scouts because, you know, we're older. It's not really the crippling as much. But he does like to turn in his work on time. But Cloud is good about responding to, and I don't know. They're both very good, and they both have their like really good things, ups and downs. You know, like we just need them to be one person.
I would go Joe just because he seems like more direct, especially with kind of the things we need to do. He's worked a lot on recruitment. He's done volunteer things before. And I know that he does all kind of pep rallies to get more people and to get them excited. That's kind of a lot of what he talked about. So I would say Joe just for the structure, but also yeah, that would be a really good person to have just so that we have more balanced work. So
I think. I agree. I think like Joe as chair, Cloud as co-chair, but I don't want it to like. I wouldn't want to see it run the way it did like last year because it was really just like Zoe and then Cloud only is chair if she's not there. So I kind of would want it more to be like they work together on things, they talk about things, they, you know, hang out outside of this to get things done so that they both get an equal amount in the role.
Mm-hmm.
that's a really good point. Co-chair swapped from being a replacement to
Just an
a
extra
second
helping hand.
hand.
Because they're both like super close.
Mm-hmm. Okay. May?
I think you guys hit it on the head. I think having them work together is, like you said, you get both the benefits of both personalities adding their value, because I think together they're going to balance out the whole board and so, or the whole commission. So I think you guys are right on. I think Joe he'd be great at organizing and leading if that's where you're leaning. And I think Cloud is a amazing bridge builder. And so having her involved more and having her have a voice, I think, is really important because she's got a lot of great ideas and, you know, a heart for people. And so I think that could be really sweet. So I think you guys are dead on for having them work together. That's a great idea.
And I didn't mean Zoe is like a bad thing that she was like that. I just feel like she took on so much work and then Cloud didn't really get to. Sorry, I kind of feel like I was like Zoe, you know, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Well, and I think it's okay to say that. I think there was some of that dynamic where there wasn't a shared opportunity, and so this is where we can have that now because there's a different dynamic, and so I think that that's totally okay to say. And then when you elect the person to be chair and co-chair, you can communicate to them, we'd like you guys to work as a team, and have equal responsibility and just be, you know, sharing ideas so that we can have that, like, all of your gifts at the table. Does that make sense?
Anybody else have anything to?
I don't think we get to vote, or do we?
I have no idea about the vote. I wasn't part of that last year.
Do you guys get to comment at all? Like, do you guys have any?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I think with Joe, something that pops in my head is the presentation. He took that on himself. You know, he was kind of the one that communicated with me to make sure the deadlines were hit, and he really took that leadership immediately. But Cloud also, she's taken the leadership to get us here on time and organize the different events and dates. So she did a really great job with scheduling. And but I think with Joe, I think he's done it a little more, where I think Joe could help with Cloud and really bring her up to that next level as well. So I think he'd be a great fit.
Should we call him that?
mm-hmm. Have you guys decided?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
just want to make
Okay.
sure. Yeah, if you'd like to, or I can. It's up to you.
Difficult, but we hope that Joe, you would be our chair and be our co-chair, but what we wanted to see was, like, instead of a co-chair being more of a replacement position for when the chair is gone, we're hoping that you two would work together more, so that we can have your strong leadership skills, strong communication skills, just the best of both worlds.
Thank you guys for taking time to talk about this both.
Yep. There are a lot of great comments about both of you, so just know that. And it was a very difficult decision. You both bring a lot to the table.
Thank you.
Go back to the YouTube channel and see. So go back to the YouTube channel and see what we said. If you're
All the
curious.
nice things. And I just echo what they said about working as a team. I think you actually will be more powerful if you bring both of your gifts as like a unified front to this group, because they complement each other, and that's going to help people with different personalities feel welcome here too, if you guys are working together. And so that's going to be a really cool change, I think, a shift this year, that like you're not second, but there's an equality there that you can, you know, still have a voice and, you know, lead and communicate well together. Does that make sense?
Yes. I think it would work perfectly because the Scouts are trying to do that too with our ASPL, which is basically the co-chair of Scouts, and like they basically do nothing except when the SPL is gone. And so it's like we're trying to integrate that in because like in the actual Scout guidelines, there's what they're supposed to do. We actually do it, so we're trying to reintegrate that in.
That's awesome. So there's some,
Yeah.
this is across the board happening.
Yes, it is.
It's good.
All right, and then I guess we need to figure out treasury and secretary.
Do we have anybody that wants to apply for the treasurer position? Okay.
Actually, speak.
Yes,
That's great.
I do.
Stand up.
Please.
One of my interests, both in high school and college, is working with pretty much any math, especially money. So I was hoping to get some experience through the high school year and also with this treasury account. I think that I will be able to navigate it well, and I think it would be I'm forgetting words, I will correct you. I believe that the board would be in good hands if I was
Yeah.
the treasurer, always working to improve how we can manage the budget.
So do you know what this job entails?
I know somewhat, yep.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. Sit it down now.
Yes.
Good job.
You absolutely can.
we doing?
So how do we want to go about this?
Well, do you guys all agree that can handle this position, and
I
do
have
you
no
vote
objections.
that? Okay. Do you vote that she?
I agree that she's perfectly capable of the many struggles that the treasurer job has to offer. I mean, there might be, if we, I don't know, talk about number 6.
Thank you for volunteering to do that position. I think that's awesome, and especially if you have an interest in math and that gifting. Not everyone has that, so I love when people volunteer to do that because it's like, okay, we have somebody who's good at that.
So if someone can make a motion to vote Harper to be the next treasurer,
Yes.
and then someone second it.
I'll second.
No, you.
Oh, wait, no.
You make a motion.
Yes.
You can right now. Okay.
All right. Here we are. Woohoo! All right. So then, secretary. How do we want to go about this?
It might have to stay open until we figure out if we have more people filling seats.
Correct.
So
Yes. So, for now, so then we don't just have this vacant spot. Within that, what do we want to do with the secretary position? Do we want to have the co-chair do it, or do we want to have Harper still do it, as that's what she's been doing for a while now?
you can ask them. See what-
I think it would make the most sense for me to keep it, but I also don't want to.
Okay.
That's really my whole argument.
Great argument. Cloud, would you be willing to take on the secretary role?
I
too?
can take notes.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome.
For now, secretary will go to Cloud. Any objections? No? Awesome. All right. So, wow. That's not that impressive. It's,
Did I spell that on the first try?
I don't know. So that would conclude the positions part. For recruitment, general ideas. I am looking that way.
So some of them are already listed here, which is awesome.
Yes.
I would like to chime in on this. So, I asked my mom, because I know we currently have an Instagram, and I know that a lot of kids use Instagram, but one of my thoughts was, well, what about Facebook? And my mom was like, kids don't use Facebook. And I'm like, Mom, that's not the point. Parents use Facebook. Parents see things on Facebook, and they think this would be great for my child. And if the child sees it on Instagram and they're interested, then the parent and the child can collaborate and go, hey, this is a great idea. Why don't you try this? See how it is. And we'll go from there. The YouTube channel is also to like, for if we do fun activities like I don't know, the DC trip, we can record it and we can post it. We can make shorts.
Yes.
We can highlight the key details and have it show up on people's feeds.
Yes, because not everyone has Instagram or Facebook
Or
or
TikTokies.
TikTok or and I don't know who that would be.
Snapchat, yeah.
Snapchat.
Yeah, I actually was thinking the same thing with what we were posting. I think I've seen my mom's role, I've seen my brother's role, I've seen your friend's role, and I see like the posters that we're posting right now. Not many people I feel like in Scott will we post videos about something cool we're doing and it's real and it's like being more interactive. I think that would be a huge help with like getting parents. Oh, that's really cool. What are kids?
Yeah.
What if you guys took like 2 minutes from our meeting time every month and did a reel? Like just did something funny, something engaging, you know,
Alright.
dance to a funny song or something, and then post that. And like find opportunities to have small, you know, videos or reels or stories that you could post, because it's about being top of mind. Like you want to be consistent. And once a month is not very often, so maybe we could talk about some other ideas too for that. But at least when you're all together, you guys could do something that, you know, shares what's going on, what you talked about at your meeting, and get people excited about showing up. Does that sound doable, or do you
Yeah.
want to do that?
Next meeting, you could do the thing where you brought like the questions for the summit
I think I was on here for like a year and a half, and I did all my volunteer hours last night, and I had 49 and a half, which is more than double what you need to graduate. So, but I think just like, and I know I have more than that. That's just all of the dates I had in my calendar. But I just think that it would like really encourage, especially parents, just to like, you know, put people on the board because, you know, people need volunteer hours and
They're very easy volunteer
Yes.
hours.
they're very easy volunteer hours.
Sitting here in
they're
these
so
comfy
hard.
chairs.
For an hour talking about stuff that could benefit the community.
Talk about it.
So you're saying post your volunteer hours that you received from here?
I mean, I have them all written down, but it's like B-Rads nights and farmers market and birthday days, like all of these things that we did, just like all added up in like 50 hours now, just because I just put it on the paper because I did all that like work. But I don't know, I feel like it could really be promoted in that way, just how many hours this thing provides.
Mm-hmm.
So who's responsible for social? Who manages it?
It'll be Joe now.
Right.
Mhm.
So what if everybody came up with ideas like on a weekly basis and funneled them to you? Would you have the capacity to create content?
I can
like
definitely create
a
it. I don't know
post?
if I myself can actually like post it onto whatnot because I don't have Instagram or Facebook.
Oh, I
I
see.
have YouTube itself, but I can definitely create them because I end up doing that for Stuco a lot
Oh,
on
nice.
making them.
Awesome.
I mean, I'll ask.
For BYC, because you have the BYC account on Instagram.
I'll definitely ask.
Well, and this could be the partnership where Joe helps create it and sends it to you and you post it.
You fine with that?
Or we can post it too if
Yeah.
if that
Okay.
would work better. We would
Yeah,
be
we
happy
can
to
definitely,
do
we'll
that.
definitely try that. I think that
I
would
was
just
gonna say, I
be.
don't mind in for, Youth Advisory Commission capacity, that would be fine.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, and maybe sharing that content even in the group chat when getting approval.
Mhm.
That way we're not waiting for each meeting to get
Yeah.
something moving,
Mhm.
but if you guys come up with like a content idea, like this is something to engage people
Mhm.
and you want to send it there, I think
Yeah,
I think we should get something up weekly.
definitely, because yeah, that would be a great thing.
Weekly it's a lot.
It
It
is
is
a lot.
definitely.
Maybe not a
Um,
mandated thing.
Yes.
If you guys are able to generate
Yeah,
it.
Mhm.
it is. It can be a lot,
Like
but if
it's
you
not-
you guys are probably way better at it than we are.
But
But
I
if it
feel
does
like-
become a lot, maybe it becomes either bi-weekly or monthly,
Mhm.
and maybe you focus on something every month that you want to promote.
Yeah.
Whether it's mental health or something like that, and you really want to push something like that, and you can find something that really resonates with what you're seeing and what's going on with your peers, and you really want to focus on that you think could help too. Sometimes things that resonate with what you guys are seeing within your peers, and you can push something that could maybe help them, sometimes they will start seeing that and really want to click on what you're showing, and then that's how you kind of pull them in, because they're like, oh, I know what you're talking about, and I really like how you guys are doing that. And then that's kind of how, I want to really come and be with you guys because I have that, or I have that same issue, or I just like what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you might be able to pull them in that way too.
Definitely, like, I feel like if we do, like, something, it might not have to be every week, but maybe, like, twice a month or so, we put out something about, like, that month's, like, whatever the national month is or whatnot, or whatever we want to, like, put out with that. But I feel like during, like, say we have another one of the, like, youth conferences here, put something out every week, few weeks in advance. It doesn't even have to be different. It can literally be the same thing, or we change it up slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Like during those times of when we, when we have something going on that month, like to say, hey, this is what we're doing, or like we're trying to do a community event. I know we don't do it, but like Scorch Fest, like if we do that again, we put like a bunch of things, like a bunch of posts right in front of that to help advertise it.
Mm-hmm.
And also you get to use it to highlight what the commission is doing in the community. Like, so not just that you sit and have these meetings, but when you guys volunteer for like the kids' night out and you were helping with that, or farm concert, yep. The B-Rads of like, hey, youth commission is here, check us out, or, you know, just highlighting what you guys
Yeah.
are doing to, you know, including the conferences and everything else. But there's a lot of events you guys are involved in, and having that visibility is really gonna help.
I think that's brilliant because then people have that like fear of missing out. You know,
Yeah.
if they see you guys doing fun things, they're like, well, how do we get involved in that?
Yeah. But then I'm also thinking like the Earth Day Conservation Project, if we go do that as a commission or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know Scouts, we like encourage people to go do that, but we don't like mandate it to. But I feel like we could also do that, put that on there saying, hey, this is what we're doing today, or whatever.
I did ask the clerk to put that we are looking for members for our committee, so that will go up on the website that we're looking for committee members. So if they want to apply, they'll fill out that application and then they'll go through that process. But it'll go on with all the other committees that we have an opening as well. So that'll go out with the rest of them
Okay.
as well.
Is there a way that we can make like a flyer and we put it in like the rec center, different other areas to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Also, perfect opportunity for Instagram.
Huh?
Also, perfect opportunity for Instagram, and have a link that points to the
Uh-huh.
website.
Okay. Okay.
I on that point, I would need the. I'm pretty sure it's a Google Drive on the device.
Probably. Yeah, I know there's like the.
Email and password.
Pretty sure it's in there.
So with one thing with social media posts, I would recommend is to create a spreadsheet and just do a plan for like the year.
Yes.
And you could start filling it in as you guys have ideas and say, this week we want to post about this and this and this. And it could tie in with what you guys are, what events you know you're going to be at or what things you're going to be doing. And then that will carry on to next year too. And so that you won't have to recreate it every year. It'll become like you have your content ideas.
And I guess what we could do with that is like before we actually post it, because I know sometimes sending things through band does not always go the best. Personal experience. If we could probably make like a social media like folder in the Google Drive itself. I'm pointing at my computer for those of you who can't see it. So then we can put like all the posts there under like April 2025 or whatever like month that is, or like subcategory we want it to be under. And with that spreadsheet, that can also be in there. It's like we'll put like, there's my mind again. Like the event and like the link into the Google Drive of where that
Where it lives.
post is. There we are. Words are absolutely doing me great this morning.
Just a quick question, is there a deadline on application turning in, or is it just until seats are filled, or how does that?
I think I heard August 28th was the deadline. And then the interviews are, I believe, are a day or two after that.
Okay. So we should definitely really push hard up until then.
Is the August 28th deadline, is that like a bylaw mandate?
No, I think it's just the deadline for all the other committees as well.
Oh, okay.
So they're trying to do them all at once.
Oh, I see. I was gonna say, is there any way to extend it out a couple of weeks, given when school starts, and it's giving time to promote it within the high school, and then giving kids the opportunity to apply?
Yeah, I think
totally
there would
agree.
be. I think if we don't have any applications, we could definitely extend it. I think that was just the deadline for all the other committees, like the planning and all of them. So if we don't have any, we can certainly extend ours and keep it going. But that was a deadline for all of them at the time. So if we don't have any, we can certainly.
Because there is some vacancies currently.
Yeah.
I feel like if, we could have that deadline. I agree for anybody who signs up between now and then. But I feel like we shouldn't close it off. We're not allowed to have any other applications after August 28th until whenever. It should just be open in general until we fill the different positions that we have.
Because we really can't have any more meetings until we have more. We have to have 4 to have a quorum. So if Audrey doesn't stay on, then we don't have enough to continue on.
So we'd still have to be doing recruitment type activities of some kind.
Yeah.
To that point, I'm sure I can get a hold of the counseling office and I can get probably flyers in the office. because I'm a PSD this year.
Ooh, how fun.
So, I bet I can put like recruitment flyers in their room and have them, if they see anyone that they're like
Back to school too.
back to school, like,
Definitely.
and freshman orientation too. Okay.
Yeah.
I will have
For
to
sure.
email
Freshman
them
orientation.
What?
For sure, freshman orientation,
Oh,
because then you get
absolutely.
them for.
Yeah.
And I'll be there too with Stuco and
Oh,
whatnot.
yeah.
I wonder what the chances
I'll get to
are.
meet my teachers again on Wednesday.
Can I throw in one
so-
other side comment about recruitment
Yeah.
too that I think would really benefit because using the power of social media helps to highlight what you guys are doing and give people a chance to look at, well, what is Youth Advisory Commission, what are you guys doing? But I think when I know the commission has a page, I think bolstering that page, being able to put everybody's picture on there of who's in what chair, maybe be able to put some of your presentations up there of what you presented to the board, what activities you've been involved in, so that when people are scanning that QR code to go to the website, what are they looking at? What is going to get them excited to to join? Including what are the other benefits? Like what would the commission, being on the commission, what kind of benefits would bring that person? The potential DC trip. If I know that scholarships have been a conversation on and off for a while, but things like that, like what's the benefit? And then you can also point them to each of the social media accounts to say, check out our Instagram, or take a look at our YouTube shorts, or that sort of thing. So gives them an opportunity when they're getting ready to apply for the position that they can use the website to really understand who the commission is, what you guys are doing, and why it would be a benefit for them to join.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good idea. Yeah.
And I do plan to put a social media post out after today's meeting on the Berthoud community page, which has like 1 billion people in there, and show them maybe like a clip from your guys' youth, what did we call it? The Youth Summit Conference? Yeah. And show just kind of a clip from that to show what you guys are doing and having fun, and see if we could generate some interest there from, like you said, the parents, and letting them know this even exists and that their kids can have a voice. There's actually a lot of new people in this community that just don't even know. They don't know it exists or what it is and why, and so that would be a really great way to get a lot of eyes on it really fast. So I'll do that, and then I also plan to reach out to the principal this week and talk about how to get before the government class or whatever classes you guys have, that we could have like 10 minutes to maybe just introduce, if you guys want to jump in and introduce yourselves, talk about why you like youth advisory, and then we can try and recruit from there too, and let people know they have the opportunity to learn about how government works and to have their voice be heard. And I think the one thing I wanted to talk about too today, which is tied in with recruitment, is how to tie in with what the business owners are doing downtown, the chamber, and talk to town staff about what are some regular things that are going on in town that you guys can plug into and have fun at and engage with the community, and not have it just be recruitment focused, but have it more be engagement focused, like you're talking to the youth and getting their feedback to bring into this room, but also when they see you, you can obviously still recruit them.
Yes.
But I think that you have to get before groups of people
Correct.
in order to do that.
And I feel like what we were trying to do this past year with trying to go to every single farmer's market at the birthday days, I feel like that was a good idea, but it was kind of the wrong audience, because we said, the farmer's market wasn't necessarily the age group we're looking for here. But I feel like if we can do some of those other town events where there's other booths there, would be good, because I know some of us can't always go to it, like birthday days. I am definitely out of that because the Scouts and our pancake breakfast, which is our biggest fundraiser of the year, so that's very hard to miss. But I feel like if we get into other events, I'm not sure if Oktoberfest has stuff like that, but I know there's a lot of people gathering around there.
Well, and what if we created a calendar that we kind of highlighted the key events that are going on each month, and then you guys talked about how to plug in? Maybe on birthday day, could the youth advisory volunteer to help with pancake breakfast with Cub Scouts?
I would definitely see. I don't see where we would need to fill in there, because we definitely have a lot of boys there. And it's
But you can still have if you have enough people, you can still have a booth.
Definitely.
And maybe even if you're not able to join other other members of the
That's true.
commission would run it.
Well, and the town and the downtown were collaborating and doing a new event called the Very Merry Birthday, and I think it would be wonderful if we could we're gonna need all the help we can get. So it's a
when
new
is
event.
that?
We don't
That
know
would be
really what it's
awesome.
gonna look like. So
Yeah, but if we
Um,
can definitely get those details of when it is,
yeah.
what it is, how we can help, I think that would be.
yeah, and it's community oriented. So
Alright.
it'd be perfect for to have you guys involved and run some event or something like that. Joe, I'm actually hopefully bringing a little ice rink in.
I would love not having to drive 45 minutes.
I
down
would love
to
that
my
idea.
spot.
It's a
so
small,
I don't care.
but synthetic ice.
Okay.
I am 100% for this.
Synthetic ice.
So yeah,
That works.
it's just it's a collaboration between all the downtown and
Yes.
and the town and
And there's a lot
Doing
more of that
something new.
happening, and so
Mhm.
that's where I saw opportunity this summer. Is I'm like, okay, the town's collaborating with the business owners. There's a lot more events coming up, a lot more exciting things, and I don't necessarily see you guys behind a booth, but engaging. So if you're volunteering and doing reels and stuff, and having fun together, or doing like a fun activity, and making it something that's like you're interacting with each other and other youth, and making them feel welcome in our community. I think that to me is more valuable than standing behind a booth
Correct.
and just introducing yourself. So
I feel like if we can do a bit of like both in there, because I feel like having a booth is good because you're in like one position
absolutely.
where people can come and find you, but then if you're also like out going to do stuff and whatnot, that would also be good. Just like have the best of both worlds.
That
Well,
would
and
be
if-
good for the big events like Birthday Day and
Mhm.
Oktoberfest,
Yes.
where it draws a lot of the town.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about this because you said calendar and things like Google Calendar. Have all the important dates shared with everyone. The BYAC account, I could create a new calendar on Google Calendar and share it with everybody with the accounts that you prefer. And then we have those and we have the reminders set.
Awesome.
We have those physically on either our computer or if you guys download Google Calendar on iPhones, on your phone or your computer, then we can see those and not have it be like, oops, didn't see it. So,
Yes.
Well, and I think that will, I could help populate that too, because I know of all these things that are going on. But it'd be nice at every meeting to be able to talk about, do we want to be involved in this? And you guys can decide as a group what you want to do and how you want to be involved. And that way there's more than just a meeting. There's actually like something fun to look forward to. And there's one other recruitment idea I had. Sorry, it just totally dropped out of my brain. It'll come up
That's
later.
All right. But I definitely think as we're closing in towards the end of our meeting, we definitely need to move on a bit. So DC Leadership Conference, I know we talked about this last year. I'm not sure I don't remember what happened and why we didn't do it last year.
we missed it.
We missed it. Oh.
I think one, we missed it, and two, we couldn't find one.
Mhm.
But when I reached out to Fort Collins, she got back to me in like June, I think. I sent you guys that, like 2 months after I sent it to you, which is fine. But and I was thinking that we don't have to necessarily go with Fort Collins, but we could join with Fort Collins, so we're not going alone per se. So like at first, like join some people and get a feel for it and see how it is. And I feel like I would love to have a whole bunch of things planned other than just the conferences there. Like I would love to go to museums. I would love to go to restaurants and eat food. I would love to like just look around because I've never been to DC, and I think that would be a really cool bonding experience for those who are going to DC. And that is something that we could put on Instagram and on Facebook and our YouTube
Definitely.
channel, and we can make a whole ton of shorts and reels about our DC trip.
Or even
Yes.
just being there at DC and whatnot.
And I've already got some of the I've got the Rust estimate costs of what I think it's going to cost per person, and if we figure out who is going to go to DC, then we can figure out how much of that 30,000 which
Awesome.
is I think we need like either 20, 25 max. I think. We'll have
So
When is the conference?
It's in 20. It's it'll be during spring break, in March of 2026. I think it's
March 19th through
It's March 14th.
or 14th through the
14th through the 19th. It's 4 days if we want to go to the pre-conferences. We don't have to. We can always go like during the pre-conferences so that we can look around. Or we can go to the pre-conferences, but the 18th and 19th are the conference days of when we're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff and going to budget conferences. And if we wanted to do this, we would need to step on it now so that we can get everything booked. So it's
Yes.
not super expensive
Correct.
for airlines and stuff.
Well, and
Would-
especially registration. I would
Yes.
focus on that first, is get a spot.
Would you make a presentation like highlighting all this different stuff for next meeting so then we can see like what we're going to be doing, where it is, and different like ideas like airline tickets, all that different stuff, so then it can be all like it's visually like able to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can definitely put
And then even if the board would like that, because I see there's like the board approval, we can even give that presentation to the board itself.
Exactly.
So
And I did look into what the town would cover, and they would cover your registration to the conference, your airfare, and your hotel, and then there's a per diem for food. So you would get so much a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it comes out to I think like $90 or some a day,
that's
and
more than
you would have to.
The prices in DC are expensive.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
pretty
Yeah,
expensive.
I mean, but
So, but they would look at what,
Yeah.
DC costs are for food, and then that's what you would get for the day. So, anything outside of that for, knickknacks and other stuff
Yeah.
that you would want to buy, that would all be on your own.
correct.
And to this point, I brought it up with my mom, and I'm really glad that my phone is open because I have a task reminder on my phone for this. But a card, like a debit card meant specifically for BYAC for our for our
Expenses.
for our expenses, so that we're not, because do I want to buy pizza first thing in the morning to have for breakfast? Absolutely. That is something that I absolutely want to do. I don't have the $20-$30 to buy pizza first thing in the morning to be reimbursed. But also the candy and what else are we going to do? But I know you want to pay for stuff, but
So the town
why
will
not
pay
just have
for,
a card?
they will pay for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're not going to pay for your snacks or things like that.
Why not have like our own?
I
our
don't
own
think they would
device?
provide you a card. That's where your parents would come in and provide you with whatever that is, and then
Yeah.
the town would reimburse you.
Yep.
So I think the clarification we ought to make is that it's not it's specifically for the conference, but just for like when supplies are being purchased for commission activities, like when they've got booths and they've got like the swag or whatever, or for the like the breakfast or the dinners for the meetings and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
So
and
that
if
was what the conversation was.
Yeah, and so if if there's a conference meal that's provided during the conference and you choose not to go to that and do the dinner, the town's not going to go pick up that, so you can go somewhere else and go to dinner. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So there's some stipulations in there that come into play. But
So, if you make a presentation, like highlighting this, because it sounds like you have most of the information and grabbing some.
and I'll
stuff
help
that-
you with it, Cloud.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say that with what Amanda has, combined to that, then we can present it to us as a group the next meeting we have. That should give you like a month or so to do that.
Yeah. And any
Well, and-
extracurricular activities, unfortunately,
Yes.
you would have to pay for those on your own.
We
And
do need
your family
to
would come into
figure out
play.
what the deadline for registration is, because that
Yeah.
could be soon, and we don't really know.
Definitely figure
And I
that
think
out.
she had that on her email. Did she not?
I don't think so, but I can probably when I get home, because I won't get registration. I don't know. I woke up at 6:30 this morning. I was like, you know what? When I get back home, I'm gonna go to sleep for like another hour. That's not gonna happen. It's okay. But I can definitely look into the registration and the DC trip. They will cover, or they will help cover the airfare, the registration, hotel, and food, or will they just like cover some of it?
They'll cover the airfare, the hotel usually, and the conference.
So that won't be.
And then the food you'll get a per diem. So
Yep.
it's
You
enough
buy
to
it.
cover for you to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And you won't really need to get a rental car or anything because transportation in DC is very good, and so you can use the subways and you can walk.
Mhm.
So to locations.
And my
so we need to run
my
a-
question for that is there anyone experienced who would be going as chaperones, and would you guys be interested in attending? What parents
Mike,
are gonna attend?
I'm not sure, but I know my dad wants to go to DC. So
Mike would also love to go to DC.
Mike has-
And I would have to check.
Mike would love to
Mike.
go to DC. He's already made that a point. He's really
He's been to DC before.
And I
think
don't.
that would be
and
helpful.
That is one thing I'll check on with the town of what the town will cover, if it's chaperones, and
Yes.
where does that
I think
line
that's
draw? I
important
don't
to know, like how many we need and how much it covers and
Mhm.
how that would look.
Yeah.
if we can like cover multiple chaperones,
Yeah.
that would also be great. Mike would really love
So
to.
put it together.
We definitely
as a
have to have
proposal.
chaperones, so if that's
Yes.
restricting parents from attending, I think we have to maybe see if we could add that to the presentation for the budget.
So you add it to the budget and as part of the ask to the board,
Yep.
and why? So not just because we want to add everybody's parents to go to DC.
Yeah.
But like why?
Yeah.
Why would we need more than, one chaperone or a couple chaperones that are parents as opposed to staff?
Especially when you have.
CHAPERONE.
And May, would you be going? I would assume.
I assumed I would be going,
Okay, I
but
did
I'm
too.
not like the most seasoned traveler. I've been to DC and that was awesome, but like I didn't know how to use the like metros and stuff like that. So that's where I'm like I wouldn't want to be the only person
Yeah.
responsible for making sure kids get where they need to go. But although I think it'd be a blast to go.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends. It's also the week of my daughter and my son's birthday, so like
That makes it challenging.
how do I make that work? But
Bring them along.
and maybe they drive and meet us there. I don't know.
All right. We'll move on from that. So we need presentation from you. You can work with Amanda to get that. We need to find out the deadline for registration and
That-
what
that
the
will-
town will actually cover. I know it sounds like
Yeah.
you have that, but make sure we have that in.
And I'll
there.
double check on all that.
Yep.
Registration, I'll put like the amount we need, and I'll also put the deadline in.
Correct.
so
Okay.
everyone
Okay.
knows.
And then I think we could probably register as a group just to streamline that.
So
And there might be group discounts.
Yes, correct.
I think
Yeah,
there is like
for sure.
a discount for groups. That's what I was saying.
Treasurer's report. Or would you like to come over here and take a glance off of?
Or maybe you do it, poor girl.
Just throw her in the fire.
Hey, that's what you learn best,
Have we
right?
spent any money?
Congrats to you.
I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do.
So here's what we're doing. So this is
Maybe
what
you
we
can
have
do a
spent.
little training, Joe.
I'll give you training after this, but this is what we've spent here in our different accounts, and like there's the descriptions of what it is. That's how much is like in it, and that is how much we have remaining of it.
Okay, fantastic.
It's a very easy overlay. We
Yep.
know what you're looking for, but we have spent no money.
Yay!
So since the last time we have met.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Woohoo! Amazing treasurer's report.
Can you
I'll
give
you
our
a brief
Can you
on-
give our balance, please, for the
Yes,
secretary?
balances. So from our general account of 3,000, we have $2,972.63 remaining. From our Washington D.C. trip, I don't know why that has money taken out of it for whatever reason, but we need to figure out why that's happened. I think it's to do with like how it's because we have reorganized some of the folders because we use some more than others. So I think we would need to make sure that that is.
Well, even though it says Washington, some of that was an event.
But then that's where the YAC conference, like, because we have.
Yeah,
the-
so anything
yeah.
that you spent for the conference, it came out of there.
Correct. Yep. So I think just because of how it is on the Google
The lovely budget.
on Google Sheets
that Joe made.
on the expenses, because I think some of this was. It's not please because some of it was rearranged there. Because see, there's nothing in there right now, but we had to scoot these down because the general expenses one was getting too long to fit. So I think it's something to do with how it's.
Your
organized.
general one is your BYC.
Yeah, it's correct. But
Your-
because on how it is like on the spreadsheet, because you like take the totals of like the costs in there and then you add it up into there. But because we had to like shift some of it around to fix it, some of those like columns where it's taking from to put into the actual expenses is not correct.
Like your spreadsheet formulas
Yes.
is what
Do
you're
you,
saying.
is this something that I would
What is he doing?
Yes. This is available to
Formulas.
everybody on the Google Drive.
So that might be something that Harper
Okay.
can help
Why it's getting
Yes.
pulled out of
to
there.
reorganize the.
Can I get your balance for the other one though?
Yes. balance for like the YAC conference one.
Yeah.
We, according to this, we have spent $12,917.38.
And that's remaining.
That's remaining.
That's
No,
remaining.
we haven't
We
spent. Yeah, that's the
haven't
remaining. Wow.
12,000
It's
what?
like calendar.
$12,972.38.
Thank you.
There we go.
We have spent $2,077.62.
I do have a couple things I want to touch on before we have to close the meeting.
Correct. So other meeting reports.
Real quick, would you guys still be interested in doing like a barbecue with family members and have it also be a recruitment opportunity where you could bring a friend or a couple of friends that might have questions about youth advisory? I just thought it'd be neat to have something at Town Park
Yeah.
where you guys come, we get to like hang out, share ideas in a less formal setting.
Yeah.
You could bring some friends that might be interested, bring families, bring them in with their ideas, get to know each other and build that kind of camaraderie. And would that be something everyone would like to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
And staff, are you guys open to helping coordinate that or being available for that? I know your time is extremely valuable.
I
so I
think
don't want to
so.
add one more thing to your calendar. Or
Yeah, just weekends are really hard.
then how about you guys help? You guys decide. Give us some dates on what would work in the next coming weeks for you guys because it's a
Yeah.
crazy month too.
Yeah.
Correct.
Um,
and then we
so-
can do like a poll with him, band and stuff, because that's what
That
we'll
would
do
be
with Stu. We'll do that, so then we can figure out the best date for everybody.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I can help with whatever logistics too if you guys. I don't want to pull too much bandwidth there, but since it's my idea, I'll take the brunt if I need to. But I really would like some type
course.
of
Oh, yeah. We
informal
wanna help.
meeting where people can share ideas and get excited about the upcoming year.
All right.
And one more
I
thing,
can also help you
One
out
more
May,
thing.
if you need some additional hands on.
that would be awesome.
Thank you.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. So if you guys could just shoot us some dates or times that might work. And then I just want to let you guys know there's a really cool youth project that's coming online. It came before the board. My son happens to be involved, but it's a youth street art project that's going to take place at New Freedom Church on their like big concrete wall. They've asked youth in the community to basically do like a graffiti art mural, and Wildfire Arts is going to be sponsoring it and coordinating it. So if you guys know of any kids that are interested, I was thinking about our youth summit, and I was thinking about how they talked about how important it is to get kids engaged that are kind of more on the fringes, that are more in the sidelines. And I think some of the kids that hang at the skate park and some of that culture are maybe not the kids that normally engage with government and first responders in positive ways. And so this is a really cool bridge kind of project to get people engaged. So if you guys are interested in being involved in it at all, let me know. And then if you guys know of anyone else, please direct them to me or to Wildfire Arts, because they have someone who's heading that up that's kind of an expert on street art. So it's kind of a neat opportunity for kids to have their stamp on the community.
And what's the name of the church, May?
The New Freedom
New
Outreach.
Freedom.
And so Wildfire is the one who's coordinating it, and it's called Berthoud Youth Street Art. That's what they're calling it. So. It'd be kind of cool. And then if you guys could just, if someone, maybe Cloud, if you want to put a calendar available to us, I'll start populating the events I know
We
that
can
are
even do
happening
that
in town.
Band. We could do that in band.
Oh,
Band
okay.
has a calendar.
Perfect.
I'm sure we could do.
Definitely.
And then I'll just throw those in there, and then you guys can discuss them at the meeting to see how you want to engage with that. Sounds good to you. And then we would still love to have, like Audrey, if you can share any ideas that would make it feel more exciting to stay involved, we would love to hear them. Sorry. If you have any ideas of ways that would make it feel more exciting to stay engaged and involved, we'd love to hear them and know how we could flex to make it something that you want to be involved in. Because you have been so valuable, especially being like a liaison with the planning commission and, or port, and just helping with all of that has been really valuable. So if there's something that might make you lean towards staying, let us know and we can be flexible.
It's not really that I'm like not interested in singing anymore. It's just I think I did too much last year, and I don't know. I was thinking like I'm taking more harder classes this year, and I kind of just want to take some stuff off my plate.
That's totally fair.
It's not really that I'm not interested in being here. It's just seeing if taking this off my plate would make it less stressful in the year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
But-
very fair. And I don't want too much on your plate.
yeah. But there's a lot of girls that are freshmen in volleyball who I could, promote this to, tell them we're going to DC.
And I'll do my best when I go to freshman college. I can
But I
try.
I feel like with that, like if a bunch of new people join just for that and they stay up until then, I feel like we have to have a few like requirements, like you have to be at X amount of meetings, you have to do blah blah blah.
That's a
Nothing
great point,
too,
Joe.
nothing too much, like
That's a
nothing
great
out of, like,
point.
what we
Part of
already
the board.
do. But you definitely there should be some requirements because it could be, oh, I'm just gonna join this people to go to that for free.
And I think your board would appreciate that.
Well, and is there anything in the bylaws about attendance? Like if you miss a certain amount of meetings, what do we know what that
there's
was?
rules
I
about
think it's if you
attendance.
miss 2 meetings unexcused.
Too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and that's where I would know what that is, and if there's times where it's like if you want to be part of it, but you have to miss because you need to focus on a big assignment or something, I think that's important. You take that time if you need it. Just let everyone know. I don't want you guys burning out either. And also when it comes to the events and stuff, I want it to be like as you're able to engage and commit. I don't want it to be overcommitting anybody or someone being all the boots on the ground like it has been in the past. I think it should be fit into your current schedule, not overburden it.
Is it too much to ask, like, because, kind of having the requirements, Joe, you're spot on there with, like, people just joining to do the thing. I've
Mhm.
seen other, like, in my industry where you have to, like, register and be a member of whatever organization to then qualify to do the thing. So, like, maybe, in order to be able to go to, like, the event, you have to be a part of the commission for 6 months or a year.
I mean, I would say at least a year
Fine.
to go to a trip like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
So
pretty
they
big
would have
expense
to-
for.
So theoretically, if someone were to join, like, within the next 2 weeks, they would be able to go to the DC trip.
I mean, as long as they
Because they wouldn't
participate.
qualify. Is that what I'm understanding?
Mhm.
Or if they're like, or if they see the DC trip and they see that they're interested in it. and
If you
they
did
show
6
us-
months, yeah.
And they show us their commitment to the board without it, only relying on the DC trip, would they also be able to go on the DC trip?
Yeah, I think that would just have to be up to like
The board.
like those of us who have been on here for a while. But I feel like we shouldn't restrict it because, there are some people that would like, hey, this looks fun, I'm just going to join to do this and then quit. But then there are also the people that are like, actually want to invest into this and actually want to do this, but also want to go to the trip. We shouldn't close them out of that. So I feel like if they participate, they go to every single meeting, they do everything, well, not everything, because obviously there's exceptions, but they show us that they are invested into this and won't quit immediately after the DC trip, I feel like they should be able to go, but that's like, that gets iffy on
Your
my
problem is you have to register and pay for all that now.
end. Yep.
Well, and so maybe we have a deadline of like through September we're trying to recruit, and whoever's in,
Yes.
we need to get our registration in.
Correct.
We also need to know that deadline. So knowing that, we'll have to either register who we have with us, or we'll have to wait till we get a few more people. But I agree. I think if we get a couple more in the next month, and they are interested, then we should include them. Especially if that's something that they have interest in. If they're really interested in government and those histories, then I think we shouldn't cut them out of it.
Should Amanda or I go on about Port last night?
Sure.
Would that be something?
Yeah, let's make it quick because we are running over. If we can get like,
I
just
can
a
make it
quick
quick.
like 2 or so minute like
Yeah. So Port last night, it started off with the I don't remember his name, the golf dude.
Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Jeff? I don't remember his last
Yeah,
name.
Jeffrey
but-
McNair.
McNair, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was talking about like having a small golf course, a small golf course. I can words today. For those who like want to enjoy golf, but like it's too expensive. And TPC Colorado, he was like, they're running into problems there, and the high school can use this little 50-acre golf course instead of like TPC Colorado because apparently they can't use it and it's weird there. So we talked about golf. I was trying to listen. Golf is really boring to me, so I was
Where
trying
do
to
they
be
want
honest.
to put that?
He had two
Can he-
different sites. He had one in that area on, like, off of 5th and 287. And he had one near the bike park.
The Knievel property.
Yeah, that. And then the second part of that meeting was Newell Farm Park. I don't know what to say because I'm really biased about this, but they, Nana.
That's a hard one to break.
Sarah.
It is, yeah. I'll just go ahead. And, should I? Should I just say
You
it?
have to say Sarah.
I
I know, I
do?
made the mistake of saying dad last night in my speech.
Oh my
so.
god. So, wait, do I have to say Sarah and Butch?
Uh-huh.
Oh my, that's weird. So Sarah and Butch want like a bigger amphitheater in the acres that they have, so that they can, seat more people. They want to make Newell Farm Park a music park, like an actual music park, and they want to put a lot of things there. So they want an amphitheater that seats 1,000 people, and they also would like an arts center where they have like a visitor center, and they have like a little theater so that like we can host Berthoud with their plays and their shows, and we can host concerts all year round instead of just the annual farm concert that we have every year. And so they were really asking Port to consider having that be in their plans, and they talked about Farmstead and how Farmstead, the production is here, so we would need to like put it somewhere, but they recommended the town buy that little plot just next to it so that they have more to put on, and if they don't put anything on like the 6 acres, then we have a whole big 7-acre plot that they can put stuff on that is really open for anything. And just talking about how their amphitheater and stage fits 500, so it would be easy to fit 1,000, 2,000 people with a lot of other amenities.
And I like that definitely, because I know being there for the past, I've done it a bit, and I see how many people
Thank you for your volunteer hours.
We
I've
appreciate it.
seen how much people like enjoyed it, how many people come, and I feel like that could definitely be something that would like benefit the town, but also benefit the community wanting to go there, so it's not like restricted in what way to like, oh, we can only have an X amount of people, bigger, so.
Yeah, and we can fit more people.
Correct.
The question is, where would the root beer float stand?
Who knows?
Where would that go?
I'm a huge proponent of the
Yes.
bigger outdoor farmhouse concerts. I
Yes.
think we
And-
need that.
And the whole Port board agreed to move forward.
Do we have any quick town board reports?
I think I'll save them for next time.
Alright, save them for next
Yeah.
time.
Amanda,
I guess our
registration
next-
opens November 2025 for that conference.
Okay.
We do it the first
Oh,
Wednesday?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
do
the
we
first
want?
Wednesday?
Well, because we're
yes.
we're
The
thinking
National
about this
League of
DC
Cities,
trip
right?
and recruitment. Do we want to do bi-weekly
I
for
think
now
so.
to like try and like make sure that we have ideas and
When
stuff?
did you say that registration?
So registration opens November 2025.
So we have
Oh,
a bit.
good.
Okay,
we
so
have a
we'll
bit
drop-
of
Drop
good.
this into the
That's
van.
fine. We have
So
a
we
bit
have
of
time.
time.
Thank you so much.
to do that. November
So
25.
so did
So
we
it
want to
doesn't
do?
tell me the date to register, it just tells me that that's when it opens.
Okay, so I would assume November 1st. So I
Yes.
don't think we need to meet bi-weekly.
No.
Yet.
So then I think we can do September 3rd.
Well, and if we are able to do some type of barbecue outing, we can try to talk more recruitment ideas and engagement too at that point.
So our next meeting would be September 3rd at the same time. So let's have our meeting then, the September 3rd, 7:30 to 8:30. 7:30 to 8. And so for that meeting, we would like to make sure that we have the that presentation about the leadership conference. I'm literally looking at the word. So we'll want to definitely make sure we'll have that, and then otherwise I don't really see what else we need to talk about. I guess some more social media and recruitment stuff.
think we could go over some content,
Mhm.
and then if we can have the presentation somewhat put together for the board. I
Okay.
think Claude was
I-
going to put that information together.
I will definitely have the presentation ready by September 3rd for our board and the town board.
Alright.
Mom will make sure that.
And remember, if you do have anybody that does want to come on, make sure they go on and apply. And then that way, by the 28th, we'll pull those applications and then we'll schedule some interviews because they do have to go before the board and do those interviews. And then they'll come on with us. And then if they want to apply for any of these positions, we would do that voting here.
Yeah.
Is that how it was done in the past? Did they come before the board or they just come before the commission?
We were doing it wrong, so
Oh, okay.
I found that
I
out.
don't remember ever interviewing any youth for this.
No, we were doing it wrong. I found that out.
Interesting.
Yes. So we'll make sure we put in the like social media recruitment content. We'll have a little bit of time for that, and then otherwise the presentation from Cloud
Mhm.
about this about the leadership conference.
Mhm.
And I feel like, so we were doing the youth leadership summit, right? And there was like ideas where we wanted to host other people
Yes,
hosting that
and
and whatnot, but I feel like we could do that next meeting, or we could put it off to the next meeting itself, so then we have time to like talk about what we want to do with that.
Greeley did reach out and asked, they wanted to do one in the fall. And so I gave them I gave them the contact information that we reached out to, and her name was Becca. She is the one that I gave that info to, so she wants to do it. So if we want to reach out to her and just offer her some support, and ask her if she's picked a date yet, so we can kind of collaborate with her
Yeah.
and figure out what's going on, and then
I'd like to see us have like a package that we send to
Yeah.
like here's marketing stuff, here's the contacts, here's
Mhm.
the format that
Swag
works.
stuff. That's
Yeah,
just
just kind of like here's what the supplies you need is so that you guys can continue to lead out on like the logistics of this event, and then we just come alongside and support. So having, picking who's going to go next, and then giving
Oh,
them kind
look
of
at that.
a package of materials that they
Oh,
can
that's
just
ours.
plug and play. I think would be
I was
helpful.
Yeah.
I was
And
just
then
looking at the
I was
website.
like, oh, look at all that.
Um,
I'm just watching you like.
Yeah, I haven't
I
seen the
guess-
website for a while. I was like, I didn't get to update that today. So
I guess that looking at this, it's a lot of just information stuff. It's
yeah,
not a lot
this
of
is
like
not
fun
attractive.
stuff.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We definitely
that's why I
need
was-
to post more so we stay up there in
Yeah.
like the feed and the algorithm.
That's
I'm
why I was
sounding
saying,
like
show
I'm
me
sounding
what you guys are doing to like, this is how we're involved in the Berthoud community. And that way people can engage and, respond or send DMs or.
And I think the real challenge with keeping that updated is not having really a designated person to do that, because the
Correct.
staff bandwidth and then having commission really need to talk to each other about who does that and how, and then orchestrating it so it's
We did change.
professional. So I
Oh,
think
yeah, I'll check.
I think we haven't quite figured out that rhythm yet, 'cause I think that's going to be
Yeah, and I think if we get some more people, we might be able to say, hey, anybody
That's true.
wanting to do social media?
That's true.
yeah.
And you guys can recruit based on that too. We really need a social media guru. So who's
Um,
going to take
Are we
that?
able
So
to
for
add
our
a
next meeting,
commission
we'll make sure we
position?
put in
Yeah.
like the social media
Is that
area.
cool?
We'll talk about that and come up with a few ideas on what we want to do
Might be
for
worth
recruitment.
redesignating
We'll talk about the
social media
DC
towards
Leadership
their-
Conference and the presentation. There you'll
Ask how
present
that
it
works
to
with the
us.
bylaws.
And then we'll talk about Youth Summit support and what we want to do, like kind of. But I know it is really, and I'm like, I keep scooting back more so it doesn't
Yeah,
do
if you
that.
yell at it, it'll yell at you.
What?
You yell at the mic, it'll yell at you.
I know. I figured that out
There
there.
it
Well,
is.
just so you know, if you're going to load the agenda that much, you're going to have to be really
really
fast,
quick, yep.
because I don't think you're going to make it through all of that if it's not super quick.
Correct.
Because that's an hour is a really short amount of time.
And I don't think we have to like make content. We can just have like 5 minutes like brainstorming ideas for us to make. At
Maybe
the next
We
meeting. We
can
don't have
start
to
the
actually.
spreadsheet. I
Yeah.
can start this, make the spreadsheet and start it, send it in band, and if you have any ideas, like just list them around.
Sure. And
Yes.
what might help you guys is to maybe even have some type of timer you can have between the two of you on your phone, and set a time allotment for each agenda item. And if you're going over, just be like, we have to
Yep.
put pause on that and move
Yep.
on.
Move on. Set that for next meeting.
Joe, do you want to make the agendas?
How do I make the agendas? Per se? Do I just?
So I made